So today we celebrate VE Day. It's the 75th anniversary of World War II ending in Europe. To celebrate VE Day, I'm going to recreate one of Winston Churchill's famous speeches. Look, I'm no actor, but what I'm gonna do is try and reenact it. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but we'll see. Now, some of you may know that my profession is actually a video producer. I've also been a camera op and an editor. I've worked for companies like BT Sport, I've worked for high-end brands, also I do a lot of work in the corporate world. So obviously with this pandemic and lockdown, we've seen our work reduced by about 75 to 80%, hence why I'm doing the vlog. What I want to show you is a bit of behind the scenes on how I would set up a bit of a talking head video. Now my shoots, we would hire in camera operators with their own equipment or hire in equipment specifically for that job. We're gonna use the equipment that I've got at home already, which is pretty limited, but I've been a videographer for over 10 years now, so I've built up a collection of equipment, some of it old, some of it new. We're gonna use what we've got and see what the results will be. So normally we would hire actors, presenters, or talent for this kind of thing, but I'm gonna try and do it myself and do the setup as well with my glamorous assistant over there.
Hi!
I have laid out a big chunk of the equipment we have got at home. It's a camera bag with lots of different goodies in there. We have got a 42-inch slider track here, which I'm hoping to use. A light, we've got a couple more of these, but we're just gonna use one. We've got another light box here and a couple of tripods. So we've got the setting here. Basically, we're gonna have to keep it to the confines of this room, which means that we'll have to reorganize it and stuff. What I'm thinking, the actual setting is just having me in the center of a room on a chair with the camera kind of moving around me. So we'll have to move that table, maybe use that chair, and we'll just stick it in the middle there. The next move is to get the camera out and play around with a few lenses, which one I'm gonna go for. Using this, it's a Sony FS5. It's quite a few years old now, but it still does a really good job. The handle and the screen lock on top. We're gonna use a 50mm prime lens. So that clips on there. So Lay, if you wouldn't mind being my model for the time being and sitting in the chair. Yeah, okay, right, we're gonna do that. So we picked our angle and our lens. We're gonna start setting up the tripods and the slider. So one side is gonna go on this tripod head. It just slides on here. That movement there is basically gonna be my movement. I've just set up our lights. We've got 3-point lights here. Layla's our lovely model. So we've got a little bit of a backlight there, which is not really needed, but it just adds a little bit of depth on the back of Layla's head. We've got our main light here, which is covering her left side of the face. I do want it to look a little bit moody, so that's what it's kind of gonna look like. And then this light here is just filling those shadows a little bit on this side of the face. I'm shooting this in a very flat style. Basically, it gives me the options to really work on the grade when it comes to the edit. And now we're gonna work on the movement of this, and we're gonna set that up.
Wow.
So that is moving by itself. Turning this wheel, when I turn this wheel, the camera moves. This is moving the camera. So I'm gonna line up my shot, which I want it to be slightly off center. Right, so that, I'm happy with that. And then I set in, and then that is gonna come back to the finishing point here, which is kind of roughly there where I want. So that is my output, so I'm gonna set that, go. So that is now moving by itself around our lovely assistant there. And we can see that is going from a side angle to a front angle. So we have got the basic setup now, camera, lights. We still need to set up sound, and we still need to set up the actual speech that I'm going to do. But first things first, I can't really do it dressed like this. It's way too casual. So this one here, Layla, she is a personal shopper, personal stylist, and she is going to get me dressed in appropriate wear for this video.
Yeah, because I don't think they had Vans t-shirts in the 1940s.
So we're in our dressing room, and Layla is going to pick out an outfit to kind of represent this video. Winston Churchill always dressed in kind of smart gear. Right, what have you got?
So 1940s for everyone was very smart, and it was very classic looking stuff, okay? So luckily, my other half does have some classic bits in his wardrobe. I would not be with him otherwise. So we've got a grey blazer, and then we've got a black blazer. We're just dressing the top of Ben. And then we'll put a little white shirt underneath. We're gonna have a little bow tie. and quite often Churchill would wear a pocket square as well. Okay, so Ben's just popping on his smart shirt here.
This is very tight now.
Yeah. This is what happens in quarantine life.
I've gained a few pounds.
I know that Churchill quite liked to wear polka dots actually, and he used to wear very basic suits and then dress his suits with his bow tie and his pocket square. So yeah, that looks more Churchill-esque. Churchillian. And again, like I said, the suits used to have bigger lapels here, but it's cool. That looks good enough for me. But it's
so
fine.
this is the look. Now we're going to go back to the film set and get the sound and the teleprompter, which is the script, ready. So yes, I'm ready. I mic'd myself up. What we're using today is a little lapel mic that is connected to the camera. I have learnt my lines, but to help me, we have a teleprompter. So I'm just setting up the final move. Can you see yourself on that screen?
Yeah.
Okay, right, so Lay, you're just gonna have to come and press this big start button.
Yes, I can do that.
I'm gonna turn the lights off just to have one more look at you. Okay, right, now let's swap positions.
Cool.
So this is my view. This is what it feels like to be a presenter or an actor. I mean, this is tiny as well, right? Oh, we got makeup here.
Yeah, we just need to take the shine off.
There's a slight shine to my head. I can confirm this is the first time I've ever put this on my face. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain.
Pinnacle moment for the cameraman here, which is me. This verse, then this? No, this verse. Scene one, take one, action. Is that loud?
Let's get my acting skills on. I've done it wrong already.
Okay, so this is take two.
That is a resolve of His Majesty's government. Every man Take three.
Take three. Scene one, take four. Scene one, take five. Okay.
Let's do this.
Take off. Scene one, take six. Take 7 million. Take 8. Take 9. Scene one, take 10. Ben has finally got it and feels more relaxed.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Yes!
Try not to laugh then.
I think you got it.
So that was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Obviously, I've never been on camera before or anything like that, always behind the camera. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah. Challenging for you, actually.
Yeah, a lot of lights glaring in your face. So that's it. That is our behind the scenes of what I do. It's probably a bit different, really, but happy VE Day. So take time to
Celebrate.
remember those who fought in the war for our country. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Bit random, but yeah, here is the film we just made.
Cool. That's a wrap.
Boom.
Stay safe, guys.
I have myself full confidence that if all do their duty, if nothing is neglected, and if the best arrangements are made, as they are being made, we shall prove ourselves once more, able to defend our island home, to ride out the storm of war, and to outlive the menace of tyranny, if necessary for years, if necessary alone. At any rate, that is what we are going to try to do. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government, every man of them. That is the will of Parliament and the nation, the British Empire and the French Republic, linked together in their cause, and in their need will defend to the death their native soil, aiding each other like good comrades to the utmost of their strength. We shall go on to the end. We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with the growing confidence and the growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the costs may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender. That is the resolve of His Majesty's government. Every man